question, Mr. Ula. Now I just am going to seek your advice on a few things for everyone. First one would be, what advice would you give to someone in terms of career planning and looking to grow into management positions eventually?
So when somebody's trying to grow, my first question is like, ask yourself, why do you want to grow? What is your objective? What are you trying to achieve? So the growth, people have a tendency to think of growth only as like getting a promotion at work, right? To me, is a growth is multiple. So when I expand my network, it's a growth for me. When I get promoted, obviously it's a growth for me. When I learn something new and I expand my knowledge, it's a growth for me. When I take when I develop a new soft skill, like how to communicate, how to improve my presentation skills, right? How can be more precise and eloquent and uh, convincing in my communication? That when I achieve that skill, it's a growth for me. So ask yourself, like, what is it you actually want to grow? What are you trying to do? Like, ask yourself. Uh, Someone say that, hey, maybe I want to grow because the work that I'm doing now is not challenging enough. So your growth is you want to do some challenging work, right? So sometimes we don't know. So ask yourself that question. And then, and you know the answer. So know yourself, ask yourself, like, what do you want to do? What do you want to achieve and all? And then work accordingly, right? If somebody wants to, like, the two important things is for management is like you have to have certain technical knowledge, not necessarily because at a leadership level, it becomes less and less and less important to actually do hard, like hands-on work, like hard work, versus having a concept of it. And the more important skill becomes as you grow, as any individual grows, is how do you communicate? How do you influence people? How do you motivate people? How can you create an inclusive environment where every associate, somebody may be very skilled, somebody may be not so skilled, someone may be very expert, someone may be not expert, and coming brand new in the team and know nothing about it. But the biggest challenge of a manager is like, how do you lead it is, how do you make every single of them comfortable and every single of them feel respected, right? So that comes with the first of all, it comes within the itself that you actually care, a genuine mindset of caring people. So grow that, and then there are actual courses that somebody can do in terms of improving presentation skills, communication skills, leadership style, and all. What is your leadership style? Ask yourself, learn it. Is this the right fit? Is the right approach as to how you deal with the team? Uh, Even without a formal leadership position, we are still all leaders and can lead. Which means is you don't have to have a lead role, but when you work in a team, hey, identify that the challenges the team is facing, bring those up. Tell and then if you think of an opportunity in the team, bring that up. Be engaged in the conversation. Tell them, hey, we did this, but we could also do this. That's your leadership skill. You don't have to have a manager title for it.
Right.
So again, like, ask yourself, like, what is it you're craving for? Does it necessarily you need a manager role? Probably not, but you can still be a leader. But if you want to be actually be promoted and become a leader, like a director, manager, senior manager, and things like that, in that case, to see what is needed within at the specific organization, like what are the requirements, and kind of act according to those requirements. Ask somebody, find someone, or your own manager currently, like, I want to go and get to this position. What are the expectations? What are the requirements? What do I have to do? That's how you can proceed.
Yep,
Awesome.
I think I do agree. So I want to actually add a couple of things. So the question is very genuine and legit and wonderful. I want to start with life is not the ER, okay? ER, emergency, life is not emergency room. So he mentioned that everybody is a leader. When you work in the software development team, you are in the Scrum team, you do a lot of collaboration, you are already leader, right? So before you say you want to be a leader, you have to create some like the log, some history. Okay, you work in a project, you are proactive, you work with everybody else, right? You are the person who is collaborating. You proactively seek for the input from other people, how you are performing, right? And you ask them, you want to learn new things, you want to contribute something. When you have the hands is available, means you are free, right? And you say, hey, I'm available to learn something new thing. You are actually creating a history of yourself. Before you actually start the journey or tell your manager, you don't need to tell people. Everybody observe everything, right? That's the meaning of life is not the ER, okay? it is a process, it is a journey. Every day we do, our doing become our consistent action, and our actions being observed by everybody else who is surrounding us. So to become a leader, just create the history, what you do, and that you do everyday basis. Proactive communication, collaboration, know the expectation, do those very well, know the vision, being adaptable, right? Being relevant, still relevant, go above and beyond. You are already leader, and somebody will actually pick you up, and then they will train you. Okay, it's like the things you know very well of the Azure, right? And the company need the AWS, well, don't worry about it, you'll get hired because they will teach you, because you already know things that they can easily transfer. So those are the things I actually wanted to share.
Awesome.